Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new Shudder documentary, Dario Argento, Panico. And this is from director Simone Scafidi, and this focuses on the legacy, the process, and the man behind so many famous giallo horror films, Dario Argento. And this documentary takes the approach of Argento going to one of his very famous isolating hotels where he goes through this interview process of going back and looking through his career, looking through his process. You learn about his life. You hear from some of his different family members, from Fiore Argento to Asia Argento, and you get a basic sense of his backstory, and then you really get an understanding of who this man is and who he is as a filmmaker. And a lot of it's sitting there, listening to him talk about his own experiences, talking about his process, which is interesting. And it's one of those kinds of things where I just recently watched De Palma, the documentary from Noah Baumbach about Brian De Palma, and he's just talking to the camera. There's a lot of that here. Honestly, it's kind of off to the side, and he's talking off this way, which is interesting in terms of the framing and stuff like that. But you also hear from the likes of Guillermo del Toro, and who add those layers, those commentators who add layers to the overall legacy of Argento. And if you love film, you love learning about the process of film, and you're a big Argento fan, you love those giallo horror films, this is definitely a documentary worth watching. It's really capturing this man in his element, really understanding what puts him into the place that he needs to be, his nightmares, his fears, the things that helped him craft these characters, these stories. And you go on this journey with him, and it's one of those kinds of very intimate experiences, really pulling back the curtains and getting underneath the skin of somebody and really understanding their whole creative process. And it's fascinating, and it's definitely worth a watch. But those are my thoughts on Dario Argento, Panico. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.